Hello, bonjour, and welcome to True Maple Tech. My name is Roman, and if you're watching this video, that means you are probably having an issue logging in via SSH into your Linux-based server as root. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how easy it is to enable SSH root login with a password. In this example, I'll be using a server running on Ubuntu 22.04, but any other Linux version should work as long as OpenSSH or a similar SSH server client is installed on the server. You're going to want to get the IP address that your hosting provider provided to you, and we're going to open a command prompt window and type SSH, and then the user they gave you at the server's creation. This may have been an email or on the dashboard where you manage your server. For me, I have to use TMT for True Maple Tech, and then do the @ symbol, and type in your IP address, which in my case is 10.0.1.67. Press enter, and now to ask you for the password. If you get a prompt before this password field that is asking you if you'd like to save something to the host file, just type yes, and then you'll get this field here. Now type in the password that was provided in the email or in your dashboard, and we are now logged into our Linux server. From here, it's going to be pretty simple. Now you can use any text editor you'd like in Linux. Personally, I prefer Nano. Some people prefer Vim, and we're going to be using Nano in this scenario. All we're going to do is type sudo or superuser do, and then we're going to type nano/etc/ssh/sshd-config. Press enter. It'll ask you for your user's password again, and we'll be brought into the file using Nano. All you're going to want to do is scroll down with the arrow keys all the way down until you see the authentication section, and then permit root login, prohibit password. First of all, we're going to uncomment this line here, and we're going to delete this prohibit password section and type yes. Now we're permitting root login, and yes is making it available for us to use a password. To save this file and exit, we're just going to do Control X and then press Y. Press enter. After closing and saving the file, we have just saved the SSHD config to our system. Now before it's actually active on the system and it's being used by SSH, we're going to need to restart the service. And this is fairly simple. All we need to do is type sudo systemctl restart sshd. Press enter, and there we go. We've just restarted our SSH service with our newly saved SSHD config. Now before we log out, we do not have a password set for our root user. And this is also fairly simple to do. All you need to type is sudo and passwd. Press enter, and enter the password you want your root user to have. And then it'll ask you again. And there you go, you've just set a password for your root user. Now we can attempt to log in as root. So let's type logout, and then let's type in SSH root at, and then your IP address, but in my case, once again, it's 10.0.1.67. Press enter, and type in the password we just set for that user. And voila, we are logged in as root on our server. If you didn't want the other user account, you can do a command here, del user, and type in their account name, which would be TMT. And there you go. TMT is now deleted. It is recommended though, if you can, try not to use the root user. Try to use users that are outside of root for security reasons. Applications that are running on the root user have obviously root access to everything, whereas if you have it running on a sub-user of the system, they won't have as much access to everything on the system, only what you give them access to. So that's a simple tutorial on how to enable SSH access for root. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them, and have a great day.